going on, YouTube? Find some green here with Dirt and Diamonds Gaming. Welcome back. Or hello for the first time. Thanks for visiting the channel. It is Sunday morning, and today we are going to be discussing the 628 roster update. There are 4 days left for players to get their games in. Here are a list of guys that I think that you should be looking at going into this week's roster update. Okay, so we are making our first stop today at the Boston Red Sox. And no, it's not going to be Tanner Houck. But we have to discuss Jarren Duran. Because Jarren Duran, since the last roster update, is hitting .333. And he's got 2 home runs. And he's got a total of 7 extra base hits. And I know some people say extra base hits don't matter. But he's been playing good baseball. And as you can see, his price is already inflated. Listen, I don't know if I would say he's going gold, but if you can get in for under 3 and then his price continues to go up before the update, I would just buy at 3 and sell before the update even happens. And you're going to hear me say that a lot today, so just get ready for it. I'm a big fan of not waiting for SDS to screw us. That being said, I was in on Jose Trevino. He forgot how to swing the bat. He's got 3 home runs since the last update, but he's batting terribly. I'm holding off until Wednesday to see what he does, just in case. That way, if his price goes up, I can sell him. Otherwise, I bought them all a quick sell, and I will just be dumping his ass because he's been disappointing. Jason Adam, he's interesting. He's interesting. He's got a couple walks, but then he's got a couple strikeouts. Just keep an eye on him. He's going for a quick sell, which could mean that he'll get absolutely nothing, or that nobody knows what's going on with him. It's one or the other. Moving on, we're going to go over to the White Sox. Everybody and their brother knows about Garrett Crochet, but, I mean, we got to talk about him just because he's pitching phenomenally. He's got 31 strikeouts over the last 20 innings. He does have 5 walks, so his walks per 9 could see a bit of a tick down, but his Ks per 9 should definitely go up. And then he's only given up 14 hits over the last 20 innings, so his hits per 9, I think, stay the same. Louis Bob is interesting because of the fact that he already has, it shows that he has silver defense, but he's got 90 fielding. He's hit a bunch of home runs since the update, but his batting averages suck. So he may get a bump in power, but I wouldn't be surprised to see his contact numbers go down. He does play center field, though. It is possible that he still gets a bump just because of what they did with Buxton a few years back when Buxton was hitting like 210, but he had like 7 home runs during an update period. I know it was 7 home runs. I don't know what to tell you. Odds are he's probably not going to get an upgrade. But it is SDS, and they have done stupider shit before, so I guess there's that. Moving on, we are stopping in Cleveland. Josh Naylor is... I got a bunch of quick sell. I'm not sure what to think of him. His batting average is up, but his power numbers are down. Stephen Kwan is... unless you've been living under a rock, he's phenomenal. There's no other way to word it right now. He's absolutely phenomenal. He's hitting .471 since the last update, and over the last 5 games, he's managed to hit 2 home runs on top of it. So, yeah, the market's down from where it was earlier in the week. There is a little bit of room to get something, or you could just backfill orders and try to catch him as people are quick selling off when they don't realize that, he sells for more than what they're quick selling him for. Oh, before we leave Cleveland, we have to talk about Tanner Beebe, because Tanner Beebe's been pitching out of his mind. Tanner Beebe, over his last 2 starts, has 23 strikeouts in just over 11 innings with 2 walks and 7 hits. He's going to have one more start before the update. I can't believe he's only going for 200 stubs. He should, based on the numbers that he has, he should be going up to gold. Now, I can't promise it. Again, it's SDS. But just monitor his last start. If his last start goes off, then yeah, I could see that happening. Going to the Tigers, we're going to talk about Riley Green. Riley Green's price is relatively cheap. But Riley Green, he's been batting really, really well lately. Really well. He's hitting .314 since the last update. He's got 3 home runs since the last update. He has a total of 8 extra base hits since the last update. And he's driven in 13 runs. Sounds like better than the 76 to me. I don't think he'll go gold, but there's definitely some room to make some stubs there. And if nothing else, you can try to get in and then hold to see what happens during the next update and sell off during the hype. From there, we are headed to Minnesota. Bryce Lewis is playing phenomenal baseball right now since he came back from the injury. Since the update, he's hitting .345, and he's got 7 home runs and 3 doubles with 11 RBIs. His price, as you can see, is already inflated. It's above an 84. I don't know if he gets there, but that might be a situation where you decide to backfill again and see if you can't catch him. You're either going to buy the dip and then sell off the hype again if he stays hot, or you're going to wait, because if he does go diamond, then eventually you'll be able to buy it on the cheap side. Let's see, what's he going for right now? I can't see past 1920, but if you go look on the app, you can see where all the orders are put in, and then you can try to get in under that. Now, it wouldn't be an update if we didn't talk about Carlos Correa, because we talked about him 2 or 3 weeks ago during the warming up Wednesdays. His price is obviously already up to 300, but Carlos Correa has been playing completely out of his mind. Him and Royce for the Twins have just been exceptionally hot. Correa is hitting .448 since the last update. He's got 7 extra base hits, 4 of them are being home runs, and he's got 14 RBIs. Moving on, we are going to be stopping off in Seattle. George Kirby is interesting. George Kirby's price would suggest that he's going to be going diamond. At least the market seems to think so. It's trending in that direction. He's only given up 13 hits over his last 20 innings, and he's only given up 2 walks. He's only struck out 15 batters. I'm not quite sure how they're going to handle it. He could get a bump in his hits per 9. His walks per 9 should stay relatively similar. I think he needs to strike out more batters, but there's a chance that he goes. There's definitely a chance that he goes. Julio, I keep buying Julio because he's a quick sell. As you can see, he needs a plus 13 in contact left and a plus 13 power left right now just to get to 85. I don't think he's done enough during this update to get anywhere close to that. But as long as he stays at 83, I'm not losing. I'll probably just hold for now and see what happens. Logan Gilbert's been playing pretty well. He's been pitching very well. So over his last 23 innings, he's given up a total of 12 hits. And over the course of those 23 innings, he's struck out 23 batters. He's only walked 1 in his last 3 starts. Now, it looks like he might get one more start before the update. But he's basically, he's 300 above quick sell right now. I don't know if he gets to 85, but I think 84 is definitely a possibility. I know everyone's really high on Brian Wu, but if you have Brian Wu right now, I would consider selling. I mean, technically speaking, he's only made 1 start since the last roster update, where he had 4 innings, 4 hits, a walk, and only 1 strikeout. I don't know what price point anybody got in at, but if you got in low, he's already selling above an 80. I would dump him and then try to get back in low on back orders just to see. I mean, his quick sell price right now is 125, and he's selling for more than 3 times that. So there's that. Okay, so here's the thing: if you are holding any Rangers players, you really shouldn't be. If their names aren't Josh Smith and their names aren't Langford, you really shouldn't be. Each one of these gentlemen here have forgotten how to hit the ball over the last update. Yeah, I could see Garcia going down under Diamond. I know his price right now is up, but for the life of me, I can't understand why. And yeah, I definitely wouldn't really be in on any Rangers. Talking about the Braves, you got Matt Olson. Matt Olson, since the last update, is hitting .310. He's got 3 home runs and 5 doubles. His ISO is a .241, which doesn't scream power, but his biggest thing is that he wasn't hitting for any average whatsoever before the update. Austin Riley has remembered how to swing the stick again. He's batting .315 with 4 home runs and 4 doubles with a .296 ISO. His price is definitely shooting up a little bit. It's not quite to 81 yet on the quick sub, but it's above the 80. However, there is some room there to get in and get something out of it. Moving on to the Marlins, we're going to talk about Tanner Scott really quick, who is relatively close to quick sell. Now, the thing with Tanner Scott is he's pitched 8 innings since the last update. Over the course of those 8 innings, he's given up a total of 2 hits. He's given up a total of 3 walks, and he struck out 9 batters. So his walks are relatively down compared to what they were during the year earlier. His BB per nine right now is at 40. His Ks per nine right now is at a 72. There could be some room. I mean, he started off the year, I think, like an 84, and they just keep dogging him. Well, I don't want to say dogging him. He wasn't pitching well at the beginning of the year. His stats for the year, they're improved. They're definitely improved. I mean, it's a low risk play. Frankie Lindor is close to quick sell. Frankie Lindor was batting somewhat better. He's not. I mean, it's quick sell. If you want to mess around with it, go ahead. What does he need? He needs plus 10 contact, plus 10 power to go to 85. I don't think he gets there. His numbers don't indicate that he should get there. But if it's something you want to keep an eye on for the next couple of days until the Thursday morning cutoff, then you can do that. Harrison Bader was hitting somewhat better, and now he's just kind of like existing. But he's got diamond defense. There might be some room there. There might not. I'm gonna hold till Wednesday and see where it goes. Brandon Nimmo, though. Brandon Nimmo, we definitely need to talk about. Brandon Nimmo is hitting .340 since the last update with 3 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 3 doubles. He's got a .240 ISO, and he's cheap. Like he's cheap. I don't think he gets the gold, given the fact that he needs plus 17 contact right and plus 17 power right. But there's definitely some room for growth. If he gets up to if he gets up to a 78, you're looking at a 125 quick sell, which I know isn't great, but his buy now right now is at 210. So again, keep an eye, sell on hype if you have to, or hold and see what happens. Now, Phillies. Mr. Harper. What can you say about Bryce Harper? The man is an animal. He's hitting .404 since the last update. He's got a .327 ISO with 4 home runs, 5 doubles. I mean, he's only driven in 7 runs, but it is what it is. I think he's got a chance to get to 90. You can't see far enough down, but I think you might be able to sneak in some orders somewhere in the 7,000 range, where if he does go to 90, it might actually fill. Moving on, we are going to stop at the Nationals. And as you can see, I am very much in on CJ Abrams. I, for the life of me, do not understand where everyone else is. So CJ Abrams, since the last update, has 12 extra base hits. He has 13 RBIs, 3 home runs, triple, 8 doubles, a .352 ISO, and he's hitting .389. Yeah, .389. I think the one thing he's doing at a crappy rate right now is stealing bases since the last update. He's only stolen 3, but he's been caught 4 times. Now, stolen bases during this update don't matter. That's not going to matter to the fielding and speed update. So, that doesn't mean a damn thing. However, the rest of his numbers would suggest that you should not be able to get him anywhere close to quick sell. And up until this morning, I've been doing nothing but buying him at 600. Nothing but buying him at 600. I have bought 500 of his cards at 600 stubs a piece. And I will probably try to get more, because why the hell not? Now, I don't know if he gets above 83 this update, but if nothing else, he should go up. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it feels like it's free stubs. I don't know what they would have. I don't know what they'd be looking at if he didn't go up. Let's put it that way. Now, staying in Washington, we're going to take a quick look at Lane Thomas, who also has been playing pretty well since the last update. He's hitting 322 with a 356 ISO, 5 home runs, 2 doubles, 2 triples, and 15 RBIs. He's not anywhere close to quick sell at this point, but at 278, if he goes up to an 80, you still have some stubs to make, and he needs a plus 14 for both power and contact burst left to get to 81, but that doesn't include anything on the right side. So it is possible there's still some more room there. Moving on from the Nationals, I don't really have anybody to talk about. The Cubs, Javier Assad has decided to forget what the strike zone looks like, so that's pretty much that. Justin Steele has been pitching well. There's definitely some room to get in there if you want. I don't have his numbers up, but I can pull them. Where are you, Justin? So Justin Steele, since the update, has pitched in 19 2/3 innings while giving up 13 hits, 4 walks, which is slightly concerning, but he has struck out 20 batters. So there's, actually might have to get in on him a little bit. There's definitely some room to grow. It would definitely be something that I would consider taking a look at. Moving on really quick, I guess we're going to have to go back for a second because I forgot one guy that, where did he go? No, I take that back. He's in Cincy. Yeah. All right. So, Heimer Candelario, as most of you know, has been playing pretty good, and he's supercharged again. He's hitting 327 since the last update. He's got 6 home runs and 12 RBIs and a 404 ISO. I'm not even going to pretend to guess what his overall is going to go up to. I just know 71 ain't it. With that said, everything up to 74, quick sells 25, 75 quick sells 50, 76 is a 75, so on and so forth. I mean, he has to get to a 78. Well, I guess technically right now, if you bought him at 90, you have to get to at least a 77 in order for you to make stubs. But it's somebody to look into, I guess. Nick Lodolo's been pitching exceptionally well. I don't think he's going to get the diamond, but he should be in line for an upgrade. He's got 19 innings pitched with 15 hits. He has walked 5 batters, which is not great. And then he's got 21 strikeouts. So there should be some room. Quick sells at 600, and he's right now on his sell now at 750. So the market's anticipating that he's going up. As to whether or not he goes up above an 82, I mean, time's going to tell. I'm not completely sure. Moving on, we've got Bryce Terang, who's hitting 311 since the last update. He's got 2 home runs, 2 doubles, a triple, and 10 RBIs. He did just hit, I believe, a grand slam versus San Diego last night. He's at quick sell. I've been talking about him since he was a 76. So I'm slightly partial. A lot of my orders that I have there I got for 80 stubs. I'm just going to sit and hold and wait and see. Christian Yelich is someone that you might want to be a little bit wary of right now. He's hitting 345 since the last update. He has a total of 3 extra base hits. His ISO is down to .091. It's the lowest guy on the list that I'm talking about. Yeah, it's Yelich, so I'm not sure how they're going to treat him because it's Yelich. But, like, I got in the 900 and the 1200 range. You might want to consider moving off of him and then jumping back in on the low side. But I'm not sure he's going to go up like people think that he might. Moving on to the Pirates, I mean, what can you say about Paul Skeens? The kid is just phenomenal. He'll have another start before the update. He's got 11 hits over 12 innings pitched with 1 walk and 15 strikeouts. I mean, you can see the market's already up on him. Brian Reynolds is he's almost a quick sell, and I don't really understand why. But since the update, he's hitting .333 with an ISO of 300. He's got 3 home runs, 7 doubles, a triple, and 8 RBIs. And you can get him for essentially quick sell value. I know his fielding sucks, and it's going to limit his potential where he can go. But yeah, I mean, it's minimal risk. I can't see how they're downgrading him. Let's put it that way. Moving on to the Cardinals, Ryan Helsley's price is starting to trickle up a little bit. It's in the 7s for the buy now. I would stay away from Ryan Helsley. I wouldn't go anywhere near him. I know we talked about him in previous updates where he was at quick sell when he was at 84, and it's like, oh, there's a chance, no one's really on him. And then this man just totally forgot what the hell the strike zone looks like because he has 7 walks in his last 6 innings. So his strikeout numbers are up. He's got 9 in his last 6 innings, but last 6 innings, but he's got 7 walks in his last 6 innings. I wouldn't go near him. Mason Wynn's been hitting the ball, but on a whole, the Cardinals are just they're not in a good place this year. It's just not happening. Moving on, I guess we should talk about Christian Walker, who's a bit of a hot spot in the community. And when I say hot spot, you're torn. You either think that he's going to go diamond or you think he's going to downgrade. For me, I've been buying him at quick sell. There was a point early in the week while I was selling him off for a decent chunk higher. He's got 5 home runs since the last update. His batting average is not great. He's probably going to get a downgrade in contact versus lefties, but his power number versus righties at 78 is atrocious, given that he's hit 5 home runs off lefties since the update. All the positions are valued differently in terms of what stats matter towards their upgrades. He needs plus 12 versus contact left and plus 12 versus power left to get to 86, which obviously what we just talked about, it's not going to happen. But it's possible he gets a juicy upgrade versus righties, and it might push him over. It's a situation where you're just going to monitor, and if you're in, you're in, and if you're not, then you're not. Moving on to the Colorado Rockies, we have Ryan McMahon. He's funny because he had started to dip off, and all of a sudden he's really picked it back up over the last 7 games. He's hitting .286 since the last update. He's got 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, and 7 doubles. And his price is starting to trend back up because I was buying him down in the 180 range about 2 days ago. Ezekiel Tovar he's hitting .274 since the last update. He's got a .290 ISO with 9 total extra base hits, 4 of them being home runs and 12 RBIs. There's definitely room to get in here as his sell now is only at .233, and if he gets to an 80, then you're making over 150 stubs a shot. Almost at the end, guys. I think we talked about 30 players at this point. Tyler Glass now, I think he's got a legitimate shot at going 90 overall, or 90 plus. Right now you can get in at quick sell value at 7,000. He just pitched on the 22nd. I don't think he'll get another start this update, but in his three starts this update, minus the start versus the Yanks, where they hit him for 5 runs, which earned runs don't mean anything. He's pitched 20 innings. He's allowed 13 hits, 2 walks, and 31 strikeouts. So, yeah, I mean, the 31 strikeouts over 20 innings is kind of disgusting. It would definitely should increase his Ks per 9. His hits per 9 haven't really suffered much, and he hasn't given up that many walks, and his walks rating is ass as it is anyway. So I don't even know if it'll matter. Talking about Blake Treinen really quick. Blake Treinen's an interesting dude. Because he's back. But then over 4 2/3, he's given up 4 hits. He's given up 4 walks. And he's got 6 strikeouts. I'm not really in on him. I know the market was a bit higher on him a little while ago. It's still kind of inflated given the fact that his buy now is at 363. His numbers scare me. I definitely wouldn't invest heavy. If you want to try to drop some orders in closer to quick sell and hope that they don't downgrade him because of how bad his walk numbers are right now, I mean, you could, but I don't know if I would touch him. Moving on to the Padres, we got 3 guys to talk about with San Diego. Jake Cronenworth's batting .316 since last update. 3 doubles, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. Obviously, he's gotten hot lately, and he's been supercharged. That's 1. Jurickson Profar is hitting .306 since last update. His ISO numbers are only at 184, and he's only hit 2 home runs with 3 doubles and 10 RBIs since the last update. Obviously, his buy now price is high. There's still some room to get in on the sell now price. To get to a 79, he needs +6 versus right contact and +6 versus right power. They already have him as a diamond hitter. He could get there. I know somebody asked me in the comments off of Warming Up Wednesday, episode 4, if you should buy, hold, or sell. If it's me, I'm selling. I'm selling everything that I have, and I'll try to buy back and lower. That way, if he doesn't go, you can buy on the dip, and if he does go, you've already got buy orders in for back orders. Now, with that said, to get over to Jackson Merrill, because Jackson Merrill is hitting .368 since the last update, has 7 home runs, 4 doubles, and 13 RBIs with a .439 ISO. I talked about him during Warming Up Wednesday. I don't know who actually saw the episode and who didn't, but if you did, you could have bought in when he was like 170 stubs. He's up to 374. I was selling him for over 500 yesterday. I had 100 orders to start, and we're down to 18. So I've sold off most. I will probably hold these for a day or two to see if he continues to stay hot. He's in his last 4 games, he's 8 for 17 with 3 home runs. So he's on a bit of a tear right now. The last guy to talk about is going to be Logan Webb, and I don't know what to tell you guys about Logan Webb because apparently I don't know. I mean, he's got 3 starts since the last update. He's pitched 20 innings. He's given up 18 hits. Only 1 walk, but he's only struck out 16 batters. So his Ks per 9 won't get much of a bump. His hits per 9 may get a little bit of a bump. I've been holding him for quite a bit. He's relatively close to quick sell. Get in if you want, but it's enter at your own risk because for whatever reason, he doesn't like to put up exceptional numbers, and SDS kind of hates him. I don't know if it's a San Diego bias against San Francisco or what, but I'm kidding. He should get 1 more start, which might be, it's either going to be today or tomorrow, I would think, because it's been 5 days since he pitched. I would keep an eye on the start. If he goes off, then definitely buy in. And if he doesn't, if he gets shelled, then I would tell you, shelled is relative. If he doesn't strike out anybody, walks 5 batters, and gives up 13 hits over 5 or 6 innings, get the hell out. But that's pretty much it. If you made it this far, I'd appreciate a like. Please consider subscribing, clicking the notification bell, commenting down below. there any guys that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about? Are there any guys that I missed? Are there any guys that I brought up that you didn't think of? Love to hear it down in the comments. It helps us, push the algorithm, beat the crap out of the algorithm. And more importantly, it helps inform other people. Because, there's plenty of stubs to be made. As always, I appreciate the time. And until next time, have a good one.